Welcome to part second of the video titled How to Make Career in FICC Desk. By FICC, I mean Fixed Income Currencies and Commodities. Very soon, I would be making more videos on the curriculum of the MBA courses of various institutes because I am downloading these courses from their websites. But anyways, one thing which we need to understand is that these MBA institutions and the banks have a big difference. And that difference is known as Reuters and Bloomberg. Because Reuters and Bloomberg are known as financial data reference providers. You heard me right. Financial data reference providers. And these financial data reference providers covered almost everything you have. So today, if I need the valuation of Amazon, say free cash flow to firm of Amazon, or enterprise valuation of Amazon, then there are two options. Option number one, I go to their website, download the annual report, which is available free, and then I compute. How many people can make it happen? They go to Amazon website, they download the annual report from the investor relations section, and then they compute. How many people even know the formula of free cash flow to firm? Hardly less than 0.5% of the people. Less than 0.5% of the people. Because rest 99.5% people are only copying the value available on Google. They never compute. Rest 99.5% people, what they do, including the so-called analyst, is they go to Amazon, go to the equity section and type Amazon. Go to Bloomberg, go to equity section, type Amazon. Here they get whole valuation of Amazon from the last 5 year sales, last 5 year PAT, profit after tax, last 5 year expenses, SG&A, enterprise valuation, free cash flow to the firm. They get hell lot of stuff. Probably they get the formula also. And they simply copy it on the in public domain. Like Amazon is having, I'm just giving a hypothetical example, 1 trillion of free cash flow to firm. Now from where, how come this 1 trillion came? We do not know. And let's talk about Japanese yen, the option pricing. Let's talk about the credit derivatives indexes. Let's talk about fixed income instruments, just like CLN, credit, just like CLN, ELN, equity linked notes, CLN, credit linked notes, commodity linked notes. CLN always not mean commodity linked note. It means credit linked notes and hell lot of stuff. You get the valuation from Bloomberg. Of course, there are interpretation issues in the pricers. I myself handled Bloomberg and I am having an interpretation issue, and soon I would be making videos. But what is the biggest point? The biggest point is you cannot run the show until you have a practical knowledge. So example, today Goldman wanted to make money in GBP. And Britain economy is falling. 10-year forward curve is 45 big figures, while 5-year forward curve is 3 big figures. I repeat, British economy is falling, 10-year forward curve is 45 big figures, while 3-year forward curve is 3 big figures. For a normal person, what the hell it is. But for Goldman, this is an opportunity. They would be evaluating the situation. They will see the fall in the British economy is temporarily. It would correct probably in 6 months as government is cutting the taxes, increasing the jobs, providing more financing in the form of quantitative easing, not increasing the rates, holding the rates. They would be selling 10-year forward and they would be buying 3-year forward. After 6 months, the situation improves, corrects. This 45 big figure would come down to 10 big figure and they would make hell lot of money. While the 3-year curve or a 5-year curve will grow, they would make money on the either side. This is called 10s 3s, 10s 5s, 10s 2s, much compositions. And this is the simplest example I did quoted. Guys, do you know that these big banks on a quarterly basis earn several $billion in profit from trading? And that separate several $billion profit came when you have a huge capital. Sometimes they lose also. So one important thing which the youngsters needs to understand is that the degree culture which is prevailed in our system, which includes the Ivy League institutions. And don't believe that I will not be making videos on these Ivy League institutions. I do. The degree culture like CFA, of course, I know that theoretically definition is Charter Financial Analyst. But in the whole universe, I am the only one who says Certified Financial Analyst. FRM, GARP, and hell lot of degrees. If you are a CFA, Certified Financial Analyst, which might hurts you, and you may dislike the video, but it hardly matters here. Do you know that if a forward curve of 10 years beat any currency, GBP, Swiss franc, Singapore dollar, Australian dollar, probably any currency, if the 10-year forward curve is at 45 big figures, while the 5-year curve is near about, say, 3 big figures, how to handle this in options? So that Goldman will never lose. How to create a counter swaps? Guys, just open the Google and see how much bonus Goldman is paying to the traders. How much bonus JP Morgan Chase is paying to the traders. And all American banks are paying. It is not a charity business. It's a bloody money-making business. Legal. But this money-making business comes at the cost of knowledge, which these degrees never provide. And the traders I am talking about, they never come public. I am coming public because I love to be in public. Of course, I don't have a capital like Goldman. Probably after 10 years I might have, but today I don't have a capital like Goldman. But having said that, we being a hedge fund knew how to operate a hedge fund. That's very important. So guys, FICC is a great opportunity. I would say it's a great opportunity. And as the time progresses, just like you have LIBOR transition, you have various other new instruments that are coming. You have huge volatility in the financial market thanks to Russia and Ukraine. We have extensive environmental damage happening to the glaciers. but we are completely unconcerned about that. Many such geopolitical factors, the increase in the balance sheet of the central banks, and bloody whatnot. This would increase the value of the FICC desk because banks are clear on one thing. Goldman, JP, HSBC, Citi, UBS, Barclays, Deutsche, Morgan Stanley, ANZ, Westpac, NAB, and almost everybody, they are very clear on one thing. And they are supposed to be clear on one thing, which is if they do not make the money, either it is their capital, which means proprietary, or it's a client capital, then they are gone. Their share price is gone. No one will invest in their banks. Money will flow out. No one cares. People are caring by the time you're making money. That's a hard fact of the life. And you need a skill set people to handle this. But unfortunately, we are so busy in the degrees, in the certifications, in the vocational courses who hardly let us know about the Reuters, the Bloomberg, the ECNs, electronic communication networks, and hell lot of stuff. We hardly bother. Forget about the international magazines like Harvard Business Review, The Economist, the good platforms like Financial Times London, Wall Street Journal, Nikkei Times, although many a times they give biased information, few, but still good platforms to have information. We hardly bother. And this is what the purpose of this video, because the purpose of the video is very clear. We also hardly bother about the likes, dislike, and the subscribers. This is Rahul Mugan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number, which is +91 9899 242 978. Alternatively, you knew our back office, which is +91 9818 485 155. Have a great time ahead. More videos are on the cards. Thank you.